This is the Masterverse, Masters of the Universe from the Netflix series Revelation. We have EvilLyn, and it's an old figure, I know. It's part of the first wave. I'm kind of late to the party for Masterverse, and I've sort of jumped on the bandwagon, but not completely. I'm still trying to be very picky with my Masterverse figures. I don't want to go full on. I'm trying to be like how I am with the Classified series and with the Black series, just really picking the figures that I absolutely love. You know, I didn't like the show, honestly, but I'm a big fan of EvilLyn. And I have Tila on the way, so I felt, I have He-Man, I have Skeletor, might as well get EvilLyn. And this is the Revelation version. And I thought she looked pretty cool. I got this figure on Shopee from a store or hobby shop called The Good Place. And it was also on a discount. Retail, these things retailed, if you went to Toys R Us, Toy Kingdom, when they first came out, they were close to $40. They were like $35, $36. And on Shopee, that shop, The Good Place, was selling it for just under $30 shipped. So I thought it was okay. It was a good deal. Let's get her out of packaging. And here is EvilLyn in all her glory. Man, this figure actually looks pretty good. You know, I judged this figure way too quickly, as well as a lot of the Masterverse figures when they were first announced. I didn't have the best experience collecting the old Masters of the Universe classics by Mattel, their old 6-inch He-Man figures. So I was very cautious. I was very much of a skeptic when it came to the Masterverse line, so I didn't bother collecting it. But then I got the 40th anniversary He-Man, and here we are. Having this figure in hand right now, I feel that this line has successfully drawn me in and sucked me into this black hole of the Masterverse, because this figure actually looks pretty good. Mattel has employed a lot of pretty good engineering with this figure, and you can see a lot of pinless joints, a lot of solidness in the plastic, great detail, great design, great quality on the paint apps and sculpt. Man, I'm really loving this figure. I do have some comments about the design. We'll talk about that later in the end. But for now, let's take a closer look at the details of this Masterverse EvilLyn figure. From the tip of her headdress to her toes, the figure stands at about 18 centimeters tall, or about 7 1/8 inches tall. For comparisons, here she is with my 40th anniversary He-Man figure. So she scales pretty nicely. I know she's a little shorter than He-Man in the cartoon, so it's a good scale. And to get a different angle or perspective on scale for this figure, here she is with a bunch of other female action figures in my collection. We've got from the Black series, Asajj Ventress. From the Classified series, we've got the Baroness. From Marvel Legends, we've got Storm. And from Figma, we've got Ghost in the Shell, Motoko Kusanagi. So here's everything that came with this figure. She's got an extra head sculpt, which is actually pretty nice without her headdress, with her long white hair. Let's have a look at that. Both head sculpts look terrific. It's wonderfully painted. Great sculpt. I love how the eyes are painted. Lipstick. And I love the flesh tone that they used for the plastic. Albeit they kind of don't match the plastic that they used for the body. The body kind of has a tan, whereas the head sculpts, well, they've got a lot of good solid makeup foundation and concealers on them. So yeah, pretty cool. She also has her satchel or purse, or I guess shoulder sling bag. She's got her weapon in scepter form, so a short handle. And then she's got the weapon in staff form or long form. It's pretty long, very nice, very nicely sculpted. I love the color that they used. This nice sort of clear plastic. It looks like it's clear plastic, but it's not. I love the way they've molded it, and I love the purple that they chose. really feels like it's from the cartoon. And then she comes with some extra hands. We've got a pair of fists, and just to match the other hands, the open hand for the left open hand, and then the right gripping hand. So in terms of detail and sculpt, I love it. I love the design. It looks so much like the one in Revelation. I just wish that the designers, well, it's not Mattel's fault, it's the designer, it's Kevin Smith and the team on Revelation. I wish they would have stuck with the original 80s costume of EvilLyn. I thought that was a pretty cool costume, but they designed it to be more battle ready this time around, so it's okay. Love that the paint apps are very nicely done, hardly any splotches or quality issues. I mean, the headdress, the fur on her shoulders, her waist cape, very nicely painted. Some texture on her waist cape, her gauntlets, and the boots. Very nice. As far as articulation goes, her neck is on a double ball joint up here and a ball joint down there. Hinges on her shoulders, arms can go in and out, forward and backward 360, bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbow joints. The wrists can go in and out and have swivels. She's got a waist swivel. Her upper torso can go up and down and go rock sideways. Ball jointed hips, do the splits. Forward, backward, thigh swivel. Double jointed pinless knees. She's got a calf swivel, although when I got mine it was pretty tight. I had to snap it off. Rotate and snap it off. The feet go up and down and have the rocker tilt. Now, incidentally, the right shoulder, here we go with quality issues. I mean, it's not just Hasbro for my bad luck. Now it's Mattel as well. The right shoulder on my copy is a little frozen. When I first got it, it would not move. It would just wiggle because the pin joint, the joint that where the shoulders attached, was just frozen stiff. Now I was sort of able to move it a few millimeters up and down, but that's it. Not unlike this one that can rotate full 360. This one is just kind of stuck up only into about 45 degrees rotation, which sucks. And I'm not sure if it's the pin joint that's really stuck inside, or it's this extra pieces, how the shoulder's been molded, that's hindering the rotation. You know, I don't want to fully force it and snap it to rotate, because I've had bad experiences with old Toy Biz figures that when you just try and force it, the whole arm just shears off. And you know, I don't want to hunt down another EvilLyn, because this thing is sold out everywhere except for that shop on Shopee that I got it from. But yeah, it looks like the joint is still solid. I don't think I twisted it enough to shear it off, so it's pretty solid. It's just that, yeah, I can only do this and that. So the weapon's going to be held here, and this hand is solely for magic conjuring purposes. And so some final thoughts on this Masterverse EvilLyn figure. Man, I enjoyed this figure. I didn't think I was going to like it as much. I mean, I got bad luck with the quality issue on the shoulders, and you know, I wish they could have used a more classic design, but that's not the fault of Mattel. Like I said, this figure, based on the Revelation cartoon, is actually a pretty good figure. It's got some nice accessories, extra pair of hands, fantastic figure or mold sculpted body and face sculpts, head sculpts. They're amazing. I think Mattel did a wonderful job on this figure. And if this is the look of things to come for the Masterverse line, I think I'm going to be all in. This is a really interesting line, and I can't wait to get more figures. The figure is going to get a 10 out of 10. Very much surprised at how well it turned out. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this Masterverse He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Revelation EvilLyn. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.